Ooh, should I move my flowers behind here? Wow, look at that. Yeah, I decorated for the occasion. I feel naked without a necklace on. Should I wear a necklace? Is that better? I don't know. I don't think I like it, actually. Anyway, hi, long time no see. It has been, I think, over a year since I've uploaded anything to YouTube, but here we are. I never meant to leave, but it just kind of happened. So here we are. Today I just thought it would be fun to sit down at my desk, do a little craft, and just kind of catch up, you know? A little craft and chats and crafts. Anyway, recently my favorite activity has been beading. I've been making so many things. Necklaces, keychains, bookmarks, bag charms, all kinds of things, and it's been really fun. And most of these are up on Etsy. Just to let you know. Just saying. You can buy some if you want. I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave a link to my jewelry shop down below. It's just on Etsy, but I have listed a lot of things I made because there's a lot. And what am I gonna do with all of it? I don't know. Please take it off my hands. Like I said, I've been really into that. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and we can make a keychain together or something. Although because of this angle, you're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing, but it's okay. It's not a tutorial or anything. I'm just here to chat, you know? I think we should just get right on into it. We can talk as we go. I think right now I want to make a little keychain. I have this super cute, whoa, I have this super cute hummingbird charm. I love hummingbirds, so obviously. And then I have this little teeny tiny little carabiner clip. Look how cute. It's so small, but I thought it would be perfect for a keychain. And I think I'm just gonna pick out some beads from my many boxes of beads. Hummingbirds can be all kinds of colors, so I think I can just kind of go crazy with this one. We can do anything. I forgot doing this means I actually have to talk and stuff. But like I said before, I didn't mean to stop making videos. It just kind of happened. I was enjoying it, but I think just being in school, being tired of making videos about books and then trying other things and not having it go well was just, it really put a damper on things in my mind. I don't know, there's not really a reason or anything. I just got out of the habit. Didn't really know what to make videos about anymore. Just normal stuff, you know, it happens. But I thought I'd give it a try again. I'm feeling re-inspired. I did really like making those chill, boring vlogs. I started kind of experimenting more with that style of video last year, last summer. I think I did a couple art vlogs. That was really fun. Maybe I'll do more stuff like that. I'm winging it. I'm just winging it. This is what I'm working with, by the way. I don't like it. What have I been up to? Wow, great question. Thank you so much for asking. I'm still in school. I am back home, but I am still in school. I have one more semester. I really thought I would be done by now, but I'm not. And that's okay. Recently, I've gotten back into reading. Yes, I have, which has been very fun because it has been so long since I've really wanted to read. This year, I did not even set a reading goal. My reading goal was 1. Last year, it wasn't anything special. I didn't read a lot of good books. I think I just was tired of reading the same things that I had been reading. But this year, I did start off slow. I kind of started dipping my toes into different genres, more literary fiction, character-driven books rather than romance. I got really tired of reading romance books. It's just not for me right now. And I found that expanding my genre has been really fun, and I've been reading a lot of good books. I've been on an audiobook kick recently. This summer I've taken a lot of walks. It's been really nice, and every day I will go on a walk and listen to an audiobook, and it's been really fun. And a great way to get books into my brain, you know? I think my favorite book that I've read this year is called Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howarth, I think is her name. But it's a beautiful little summery coming of age book. It's set in Ireland in the 90s, and it is so sweet, so beautiful, so descriptive. Just everything I love in a book. Really great. Really, really good. I highly recommend if you like kind of coming of age stories. I did read that one physically though, because I do have a copy. What else? Oh, I read Old Enough by Haley Jackson. That one was also one that I read recently, and I really, really enjoyed it. Coming of age. This one is like very modern, very of the times. And it's about this girl who is starting college, and it kind of feels like she has like two different personalities. Who she was back at home with her childhood best friend, and then here she is at school with all these new people and just like around such diversity, which she was not used to. So it's just kind of her figuring out which one is the real me. I don't know, I really, really enjoyed it. After I read it, I was reading some of the reviews, and there were so many bad reviews it has. I felt like I was the only one who liked it. That was also actually a physical book that I read because I had a copy of it already. I recently listened to the new Emily Henry book, and I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. I didn't really like it. I'm getting nowhere with this design, by the way. I'm just moving beads all around on this board. I'm getting too distracted. What was I saying? Yes, new Emily Henry, right. Great big beautiful life. And you know, her books are always divisive. I feel like each book there's like people who really, really love it and people who really don't. Anyway, this one, I didn't love it. I don't know if it's because it was a lot more romancy than what I have been reading, or if it's because I just didn't like the story. The thing with that book is that there's like kind of two storylines. You get the two main characters and their story, and then you get the story of this old woman who they are trying to get a job with. Like, they're both authors. They want to write her story. She's like this famous old woman and like a famous family. So it's like her whole story, and then like the character's story. I don't know. I didn't like it. I really didn't care about the old woman or her story. Not until the last bit of it. I will say it did get kind of interesting towards the end, but I don't know, it just wasn't really for me. Definitely my least favorite of the Emily Henry books I've read. I don't know, if you've read it, let me know what you thought. I could definitely make a whole video about the books I've been reading and maybe my favorites from the past year, maybe some recommendations, a good old-fashioned Carrie Reads video. I'm not opposed to it, I just don't want to make my whole thing books, you know, because it's just not anymore. But anyway, I have been reading again, finally, and it's been really nice, I have to say. It really has been. After much time, I finally arranged these in a way I like, I think. I had it done, and then I knocked the board. So that was really great, and then the beads went everywhere, and I didn't know what order they were in. Anyway, it's fine. I do like how this looks. So now I'm just gonna attach all the beads to eye pins and put them together. What else have I been up to? I've been watching a ton of movies. If you still happen to follow me on Instagram, I've been posting like movie wrap-ups just on my story of like all the movies I watch every month. You know, kind of like how I used to do with books. But the past year and a half, I'd say, I've been so into movies. Before last year, I never really considered myself a movie person. In fact, I would say I was not a movie person at all. I think the year before, I only watched 4 movies in the entire year. What year was that? 2023. And it's been so much fun. I found so many good movies. My favorite genres are definitely comedy. I love just like stupid, ridiculous movies. I love horror movies too. I really do, which is kind of funny because I never thought I would. I feel like I used to be so scared of just the idea of a horror movie, of a scary movie. For one of my projects in my printmaking class last semester, I made this print inspired by the substance. I kind of popped off on this, I'm not gonna lie. And then for my final project, I did indeed make a print inspired by the movie Bottoms. Of course. And because I had to be a set, I made a But I'm a Cheerleader one too. Hello. I kind of love these. Like, I framed them thinking I was gonna hang them up like on that wall, but then I didn't. Anyway, they're just sitting on the floor now, but what was I saying? Love movies. Yep. Just last night I watched this movie, Bring Her Back. Oh, that movie was crazy. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. It was crazy. It was so good. Oh, what am I doing? This is the wrong one. No. No. No, I got distracted. This is what happens when I start talking. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay, I watched Bring Her Back last night, which was a movie I really didn't think was gonna be my kind of thing. I remember seeing the preview of it in theaters before, I don't know, another movie. And I was like, I don't know about that. That looks really scary. It looks a little demonic. When it comes to horror movies, I don't really like anything like kind of like supernatural. I don't know, I just find the more scary ones things that could actually happen. I just kept seeing really good things about it. It's by the same people who made Talk to Me, which I did watch and I did like, although I didn't love that movie. But this movie, however, I just decided to watch it, and you know when you're just so immersed in watching something, you forget you're watching it. Like, I don't know, I was literally just watching it on my laptop, but I was just so focused on it. It's a great feeling when you are not thinking about anything else. Crazy story, great acting. It was so awful. Like, I hated watching it, but it was so incredible. And I think that's just really how you know it's a good movie. It was horrible and disgusting and frustrating and so sad. Like, I cried at the end. How often does that happen? Not very often. Anyway, great movie. Really loved it. Oh, I just saw Mulholland Drive for the first time. Another crazy good movie. Sometimes I'll watch like a really loved, well-known movie and I just don't like it. And I'm like, I don't know about this, guys. But that one I really did love. It was so good. I did have to look up an ending explained video. Like, I'm not that smart. I couldn't really pay attention to what was going on, but I loved the vibes. And once I did know what was going on, I was like, whoa, genius. Great. But I'm happy I did see that, and I'm happy I liked it, because you just never know going in. Especially, I feel like my movie taste is objectively bad. Like, I give out 5 stars to just like the worst movies. I like them, so I don't really care. But I did like that one. It was really good. I could definitely see myself watching that again, especially knowing now what was going on. I feel like I could follow it a little bit better. See, this is the kind of thing I could talk about forever, and multiple times I've thought about making just a video talking about movies. Maybe like my favorite movies or movies I'd recommend in like a specific genre. I don't know, like at the end of last year, I was this close to making like a every movie I watched this year, you know, like I used to do with books, and then I just didn't because I chickened out. Maybe I can do that. I think that would be fun. Yay, I got all my little beads on eye pins, and now I just gotta put them together. Okay, what else? Oh, I haven't talked about music yet. Let me pull up my Spotify. What have I been listening to a lot of recently? See, this is the thing. It's been so long, I don't know what I've talked about. Obviously, been listening to Miss Chapel Roan, as always. She is my favorite. She's always on the rotation. Oh, this year I have been listening to a ton of Lucy Dacus. I never really listened to Lucy Dacus before this year. Really, the reason I started was because Havana Rose Lou was in her Ankles music video, and she's an actress in Bottom, so, you know, of course, I'm sat. I will be watching. And then when I, you know, heard the song, I was like, wait, this is good. This is really good and exactly the kind of music I like. So I don't know why I wasn't listening to her before. It's summertime, so I've been listening to a lot of Charlie XCX. I don't know why, I feel like I tend to listen to a lot of like really poppy music in the summertime, so of course. I've been listening to Addison Rae's new album. Very surprised by that one. I can't believe how much I like it. Not that I would have a reason not to. I don't know, it's just like fun, good pop music. What can I say? Lots of new music coming out. We've had a lot of good albums so far this year. Next up, I think, is Renee Rapp. I'm so excited for her new album. It's coming out so soon, like literally next week when I'm filming this. I'm so excited to have new music from her. Look how cute! The singles that she's released have been very good and very fun. Conan Gray's new album is coming out very shortly after, and both the singles that he's released have been so, what is going on with this? Oh, never mind. Have been so good. It feels right. It feels like he's back, and I remember just how much I love his music. When Vodka Cranberry came out, I listened to it over and over and over again. I went for like an hour and a half walk, and that's the only thing I listened to the whole time. It's just such a good song. It's so good, and I cannot wait for the album. I feel like I'm gonna love it. I really do. And then in September, we get another Sabrina Carpenter album. I cannot believe it, but I'm so excited. Obviously, I love Miss Sabrina Weenie. Cute. Something else I've been really into is collecting CDs. Yeah. Earlier in the year, I rediscovered a bunch of my old CDs, and I was like, haha, CDs, it's so fun. I'm gonna play it in the car, and it was like High School Musical, and like Miley Cyrus and stuff. I was like, haha, that's so funny, I'm gonna play it in the car. And then I was like, wait, this actually sounds so good. And it's so fun to listen to like an entire album in whole. An album in its entirety, because I don't do that too often. I mean, there are some albums that I love so much and I will listen to them, the whole thing, like on Spotify, but not very often. I'm a very big playlist maker, but CDs just sound so good. That's been really great. I also thought another video I could do is like a little CD collection. Although I don't know how interesting that would be. I feel like people are more into like vinyls and stuff, but I don't know, it could still be fun. I just love having like a collection of things. I love collecting things, and they do get put to good use, I will say. I'm sorry you can't see this better, but it's not that interesting, so don't worry. There's the other piece. Cute. Look at that. It's so cute. I love the hummingbird charm. I have one more clover charm and one more pig bead. Should we just make another one? I think we should. Let me just gather up some red beads. Okay, that was a lot easier since I've made multiple versions of this before. Let's see, we talked about books, we talked about movies, we talked about music. We have not talked about TV shows. Now, I'm not the biggest TV watcher. I feel like I find it kind of hard to start new shows. I tend to rewatch the same shows over and over and over again, but I have watched a few new things recently. My favorite has been this show called Adults. It's only one season and it's only 8 episodes, but it is one of my favorite shows I've seen in such a long time. It's so funny. I love the characters. It's just like a young adult comedy. It's one of those shows that's like no plot, all vibes. Each episode is a little different. There's like some continuous story, but not really. No, I did it again. No, I didn't. It's fine. No, I didn't. I thought I messed up, but I did not. Definitely go watch it. I need it to get renewed, and if it doesn't, I will be so sad. Similarly, I also watched the show Overcompensating. That show felt kind of similar in a way. Young adult. These characters are in college. They just started freshman year, you know, that kind of thing. Again, very funny, a good time. I enjoy that one too, for sure, and I would love another season of that as well. Earlier this year, I watched Yellow Jackets, a new favorite. I ended up really liking that show. Definitely like a true drama. And that one's fun because there's like 2 different timelines. The thing is though, I was seeing stuff about that show long before I started watching. I just couldn't avoid it. I couldn't avoid it, and I saw all the spoilers. I knew so much going into it, so that kind of, I feel like, ruined it a little bit, but I still really did enjoy it, and there were some things I was surprised about. Yeah, unfortunately I did know a lot of stuff, so I feel like it didn't hit as hard. Still really loved it, and I could see myself definitely rewatching, and I'm very excited that there's going to be another season. If you've seen anything good recently, TV wise, let me know, because otherwise I will just keep watching the same 8 episodes of Adults over and over and over again. And there we have it. Sorry, I had to be quiet and put this all together. I don't know, I ran out of things to talk about. But anyway, this is so cute. Not to toot my own horn, but I kind of like this better than the one I have, but I'll probably put this up on Etsy too. So if you're interested, I love when I like the things I make. What a nice feeling that is to have. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stick with just those 2 for now. Wrap it up. I kind of ran out of topics to talk about. Like I said before, I have a whole bunch of things available on Etsy. Necklaces, bookmarks, readers. I have bookmarks, keychains. Anyway, that was fun. I haven't done that in so long. It felt weird. I don't know if this is really gonna be my YouTube comeback, but I think doing little vlogs again could be fun. I also think it would be fun to just sit down and talk about movies, music. Maybe I'll throw in a little book video. Who knows? You know, we'll see. Anyway, that's all. Thanks. Bye!